What is up, everybody? I am Joseph, and welcome to a new and improved Road to Inferno series. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, Joseph, don't you already have 8 Road to Inferno episodes? Why is this any different? Why can't you just stick to one idea longer than you last in the bedroom? Well, just so you know, I have stuck to that last idea for much longer than 29 seconds, so you might need to check your math a little bit. But seriously, I did want to just redo the way I'm doing the series. I've been doing a little bit of research and realized my videos have been lacking some of the quintessential things that progress videos need, which is a personality and content. And since I still have neither of those, I decided to compensate a little bit more and add a little bit of extra flair to my videos. I mean, I've spent 23 years overcompensating for things, so I think I could do a pretty good job with improving this series overall. So with that being said, let's get into this new and improved Road to Inferno series. Now, the first thing I want to do to kick this series off is tell you what I'm actually shooting for, and that's something I didn't do in the previous series. So on screen, you have a list of items that I'm going to try to obtain for my Inferno run. Now, currently, I consider myself a fairly average PVMer, and that's why I'm going for this little bit of a cheaper build. This total build is 178 mil, and I'm not only doing this because I believe I can do it since I do have, I think, an average skill, but also because I'm fucking broke. That is a huge reason why I'm not going for a more expensive build. Unfortunately, the credit card, my mom's credit card that I had recently expired, so I'm not able to use that to fund my Inferno goal, so I will have to make the money myself. And I do have a few of these items already ticked off the list, so let's go ahead and tick those off now. And the rest of the items I'll be getting along the way. Now, the videos that will be coming out in the series will either focus on obtaining one of these items or one of the skills we'll talk about in a bit. But if you do want to decide on how these items are obtained in terms of what content you'd like to see, stick around to the end of the video. I'll have a little poll set up to where you can vote for your favorite piece of content, and I'll favor that more in the upcoming episodes. But this is the build I'm shooting for. Notable items here are the Armadyl Crossbow, the Saradomin Godsword, as well as both Rigor and Augury Prayers. I do think those are going to be pretty important for me, so I am going to try to obtain those before actually attempting the Inferno. So let's move over on to the skills tab and what skills I want to get before even attempting the Inferno. And these are the minimum skills I'd like to obtain. I may do a little bit of extra grinding to make my life easier, but these are the absolute minimums. In general, fairly straightforward: 99 hit points, 99 ranged, 90 defense, and 94 magic. Now, there may be some other ones that come along the way, but in general, those are the skills I'm going to shoot for before I start attempting the Inferno. If I find I'm taking too much damage, for example, I may burst out a few defense levels and get those very quickly. But for the most part, these are my base stats that I'm going to look for before attempting the Inferno. So that is the end goal, and those are the items and the stats I will be going for. So now let's get into the actual progress I've made since the last progress video that's come out. So I decided to start this week off with a little bit of Slayer because that's what I've been hooked on lately. I went and did a few Zammy kills with my buddy, and we do I think about 50 kills in total. And we got a few drops, notable the Zamrock Spear, as well as the Steam Battle Staff. I decided to keep the Spear for myself and paid him his half, and just decided to use that item in general because I didn't have a Hasta. So I decided to get that item, swap it to a Hasta, and keep it for myself. After that, I decided to grind out a little Skatizo. I had, I think, 4 or 5 totems in the bank already, so on screen you'll be seeing some of the kills. Now, you may be wondering, why did he put these in? Is there anything special? Did he get the pet? Are we going to see a reaction for once? Well, I guess you'll have to wait and find out. I mean, who knows? I mean, I know because I'm pre-recording this and I'm watching the video as we speak, but you don't know. The suspense is building up. Who knows what? No. I didn't get the pet, and I got no notable drops, so that was a waste of time to even include that in the video. But after that, I went and continued with Slayer, and I got another Greater Demon's task, and instead of doing the boss or Skatizo, I just decided to grind out a little defense. So I went ahead and got 87 defense, and then continued on with my day. The 90 defense goal will come very quickly, I think. And in general, the defense, magic, and ranged, for the most part, will come through Slayer. I may chin the last few levels of range, though. We'll see how that goes. After that, I, again, stuck to my Slayer grind. I got 87 Slayer. The reason I'm pushing Slayer so hard right now is because I want to get 88 so I can boost effectively for Cerberus to make a little bit of extra money. I do want to get the Cerberus just because it looks fun and I want to do it, but also because I've heard it makes quite a bit of profit. And I'd like to be able to wild pie up to that without having to just struggle with the boost timers or anything. And 88's a good level as it gives me 2 levels of a cushion. So when I boost up, it goes all the way up to 93. So I have a few levels of cushion there. Got 87 Slayer, working my way towards 88. So continuing on with this Slayer grind that never seems to end, we got a few Necreals tasks. And luckily, these tasks give amazing magic experience. So I was able to knock out 91 magic with that. And that puts me very close to that 94 mark. I think in just a little bit or a few more Slayer levels, I'll be able to get that all settled, which will be a huge milestone because having that done will just be a huge weight off my shoulders, because there's times I have to bring either an imbued heart or just a magic potion to be able to do some of these spells for certain bosses or things. So getting that 94 magic is a little bit of a priority for me, just to make my life easier even before the Inferno comes up. So after 91 magic, I decided to AFK a few brutal black dragons for one of my tasks and went ahead and got 93 ranged. And I'm noticing I'm getting a lot of range experience, which is why I think I'll get most of this experience through Slayer. The way I do Slayer is very range and magic based, so I get very little melee combat experience actually, and I get a lot of range and magic. So I'll most likely get most of those levels through Slayer within the next few weeks or months, depending on how long it takes me. But we're making good progress, already at 93, over halfway to 99. And now we come to the last level of this video, which is 95 hit points. Unfortunately, not a lot of levels gained, but in a few moments you'll see the progress that I really made in the profit that we've been making from Slayer. So that'll come at the end of the video. So again, 95 hit points was obtained, and we will get 99 hit points before too long. These levels are coming very quickly, and as I do Slayer, I just passively get them. Don't even notice the hit point progress, and I'll definitely have 99 before too long. So this is the part of the video before the outro and after the progress that is going to be used to just artificially extend the length of the video. So maybe the YouTube algorithm will like me a little bit enough to promote me on their website. But I want to kind of have a little bit of community interaction with you guys to kind of get you involved. So I'll be having little challenges, just little things that you guys can do to get involved. And today's challenge will be to build me a fashionscape that I can use in Slayer that will trigger some people. I've noticed throughout my Slayer grind that a lot of people try to correct your build or your items that you're using. So to play off this, I want you guys to suggest either an item or a set of items that I can use during Slayer that will just really trigger some people. And I'll be featuring this in the next video as long as there are some responses. If not, we're just gonna forget this ever happened. But if there are a few people who are interested, either tweet at me at Weiler1494 or leave it in the comments below, and I'll have a little segment of me slaying in this outfit and see if we can get any responses out of people I am slaying alongside. So that is kind of a brief overview of what that segment will be in the videos here on out. And before we get into the outro, I do want to do just a quick poll, and I am going to try to use YouTube's poll feature. So up in the top right of your screen, you'll see a little eye. Click on that and vote. And this is really going to be what content you would like to see. So as I mentioned, I do need the Armadillo crossbow and the Ceridome God's sword pretty quickly, and those are pretty high priority for my Infernal grind. So I'm wondering what you guys would prefer to see. Would you prefer me to make money through Slayer to purchase these items? Would you prefer to see me make money through any means necessary and then just buy these items? So you'll see different money making methods and different ways to get money if you vote for that. Or would you prefer me to just solo the Sarah boss and try to get them as drops? Personally, I lean towards that last one because I'm actually very interested in soloing that boss, and I think it will be kind of a fun little video to do. So if you'd have any preference on that content, really just go ahead, click on that eye, cast your vote, and we'll see which one has the most votes, and maybe we'll make a piece of content that caters towards that voting. But that does really do it for this video. So now I'm just going to leave you with the outro. And you may notice there's a few extra minutes on this video, so we're not just going to throw up a logo here. What I wanted to do is kind of bring something back that I did in my very first progress video ever on YouTube years ago. A little bit of an over edit. So I think this is a good time to do it. So I think the best way we could end this video is on a montage, a selling montage, so you can see how much money I made from Slayer. So that is what I'm going to leave you guys with. I hope you did enjoy this video, and I hope you like the direction that these progress videos are going to take. That is all I got for this video. Again, I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I will see you next time.